Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wa anshur alaina min huzaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, thank you so much, Fikri.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good evening to all our 2020 SPM candidates. Okay. Alright. So we are here today for our third webinar. Okay. And we are focusing on paper 2 section D, which are novel and poems. Okay. So for that, let us welcome teacher SANIAH.
Alright, hello everyone. Okay, welcome to today's webinar. So as Teacher Akila said just now, we are going to cover section D. So section D is the last section for paper 2. That's been, ini adalah section yang paling last lah. Okay, soalan yang last. Okay, so first of all, before we start, okay, today we are going to cover 2, which is poems and novel, but we'll begin with novel first. Okay, so before we start, okay, do you guys know in paper 2, which question is it and how many marks? Okay, untuk novel ni kamu rasa berapa markah untuk novel? Okay, can you write in the chat box? Okay, how many marks for novel? 5 ke? 10? 15? 50 marks, okay. Dixie, okay. Alisha said 50 marks, okay. Era also said 50 marks. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Okay, untuk novel, it will be 15 marks, alright? And the allocation of marks, I will explain after this. Okay, so before we start, kita akan cakap dulu what are the tips for question 33. Okay, question 33 ni adalah novel and the last question for paper 2. So what to do adalah, first of all, you must read the questions carefully. Okay, so baca betul-betul soalan. Boleh jadi soalan tu dalam bentuk theme, okay, tema, settings, okay, setting dari segi tempat ataupun masa. Okay, we have plots, characters, moral values or lessons. Okay, and then after you read the questions carefully, okay, you must identify all the keywords given. Okay, semua keywords yang dibagi. Okay, very important. Okay, contohnya, sama ada dia minta satu event atau 2 event, okay. The word as, okay, in the question is very important. Okay, tips number 3, okay, for this question is make sure your explanation is logical and relevant. So pastikan bila kamu brainstorm, every content that you have mestilah berkaitan dengan soalan yang dibagi. Okay, the next one is give enough evidence. Okay, evidence ni adalah daripada novel kita. Because as you said just now, untuk novel kita ada 15 markah. Okay, 15 markah tu adalah 10 bagi content, isi, and then 5 marks is for your language. So make sure lastly, grammar must be also correct. Okay, well, selepas kamu tulis karangan untuk novel ni, pastikan check balik. Okay, so untuk hari ni, there will be a lot of tips. Okay, kalau kamu tak sempat salin ke apa, screenshot je, no problem. Ataupun after this, I will share the slides. Okay, and if I'm too fast, okay, saya ni sebenarnya pernah kerja jadi rapper tau. So kalau saya laju sangat ke apa, just say to the chat box, nanti Teacher Akila akan ingatkan saya, okay. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, in the novel, okay, saya nak bagi tahu satu rahsia lah. Okay, soalan 33 untuk paper 2 guarantee keluar novel Captain Nobody. Soalan dah bocor dah ni. Okay, so let's recall the main events. Okay, main event, okay, remember tak? Okay, our main hero in this novel, which is Newton Newman. So the first event that you can remember will be the event when Newton prepares breakfast for his family. Okay, so you can read more details about this. Okay, saya tahu kamu dah banyak buat revision with all your teachers. Hari ni kita just ingat the main points saja. Okay, And then for example, untuk Newton prepares breakfast, okay, kamu boleh, we can relate that to the theme of caring, okay, loving, responsible, kind and family relationship. So in case any question talks about family relationship, okay, main event yang ni kamu boleh gunakan. Okay, let's go to the next event, which is the big game. Okay, so the big game would be the football game. Okay, tapi football game dalam novel ni adalah American football. Okay, bukan macam football yang kita main dekat Malaysia. Okay, so over here, the big game is really important because we talk about Chris, okay, how he got hit during the game. So over here, example of questions that you may use this novel, which is bravery, curiosity, innocence, and then care for the family. Okay, let's go to the next event. Okay, the next event, which is Halloween. Okay, so Halloween is when Newton, Cecil, and JJ, the best friends, are making their own costume, and this is the beginning of a lot of adventures. Okay, because from the costume, kamu dapat banyak belajar that Newton become Captain Abadi and becomes more brave. Okay, so you can remember the event of costume. Okay, you can talk about friendship. Okay, the friendship of Cecil and JJ in helping Captain Abadi making the costume. Okay, kita ada support, kita ada teamwork and helping each other. So any question yang talks about friendship, kita gunakan event costume. Okay, macam tadi kalau breakfast about family. So always remember all these main event. Okay, the next one after the costume will be the big bass drum. Okay, untuk big bass drum, siapa ingat ada two main characters dalam event? Okay, who are the main characters in the event big bass drum? Siapa boleh bagi tahu saya? Bagi dalam chat box sikit. Kita Captain Madi, yes. Okay, that there is one best friend that is involved in the big bass drum. Siapa ya? Cecil ke JJ? Okay, I see here No Charlene said Cecil. Okay, Fiza, we got Cecil and Nick Newman. Okay, Cecil and Captain Nobody. Alright, Cecil. Okay, good. Okay, so in this event, the characters are Cecil and also Captain Nobody. Okay, so over here, kalau soalan ever talks about filial friendship, okay, dia tanya tentang friendship, dia tanya tentang overcoming fear, maksud courage. Okay, courage means bravery, kamu berani, and helping others. Okay, you can use this event. Okay, there is also after the big bass drum. Okay, kamu ingatkan tentang Captain Abadi find Mr. Clay and then helps him to go back to his house. Okay, so over here kamu boleh juga gunakan event Mr. Clay untuk the question of helping others. Okay, let's go to the next event. Okay, the next one we got robbery. Okay, robbery ni just remember that you have to remember all the main points, what's happening in the event. Okay, which is there is a spelling mistake and then JJ asks help from Captain Abadi and then suddenly there is a robbery and that's some of the main points. And then in case kalau ada soalan keluar tentang supportive, okay, friendship, bravery and doing what is right, okay, you can use this event. Okay, next one. Okay, we have Ferocious the Ferret in the highway. So if let's say you want to talk about the question of calmness, okay, because Captain Abadi is only 10 years old, but then he managed to stop all the cars. Okay, kamu bayangkan kalau budak 10 tahun, dia tengok dekat highway tu banyak betul kereta. Okay, he might be too scared, but then Captain Abadi has a sense of calmness, okay, responsibility. So you can talk about this event in case the question asks about that. Okay, so yang ni, yang details ni is all the thing yang kamu dah belajar dalam kelas. So kita hari ni kita buat review saja. Okay, next one Reggie Ratner. Okay, Reggie Ratner Remember the event when you talk about people think Rajiratna wants to attempt suicide. Orang ingatkan dia ni nak bunuh diri. Okay. But then Captain Nobody saved the day. Save Rajiratna. Okay. So over here you can talk about if let's say question asked about responsibility, friendship, teamwork, okay, overcoming fear, courage, forgiveness. Okay, so kamu boleh gunakan event ini. Okay, so macam tadi, macam banyak sangat lah. So sometimes what happen during exam, you might get nervous. Okay, alamak, ini adalah soalan terakhir. Macam ni, macam tak ingat apa-apa. So just remember cobras. Okay, cobra, ingat ular tu. Okay, so cobra, CO adalah costume. So kamu ingat costume. Okay, bass drum, robbery, aeroplane, saving Reggie. So guna je event yang mana sesuai berdasarkan soalan. Okay. Alright, tiba-tiba kamu cakap, teacher, asyik bagi event je, tak ada ke contoh-contoh soalan? Saya nak tahu juga. Okay, saya nak beritahu lah ni. Relax. Okay, so before we go, okay, this is answering technique. Okay, so macam mana kamu nak jawab, pastikan especially for introduction. Okay, soalan SPM ni adalah untuk seluruh Malaysia. So biasanya dia akan bagi 3 novel daripada seluruh Malaysia. So you have to write in the beginning of your novel that you choose novel Captain Nobody. Okay, and then next one kamu letak short synopsis. Okay, short je, jangan buat sampai 6-5 baris. Tak payah, sikit je. Okay, what is the story about, who is involved, cukup lah. Okay, dalam 2-3 ayat. Okay, and then you must answer the question. Okay, dari segi content, okay, pastikan the point. Okay, point kamu mestilah menjawab soalan. Okay, your elaboration, you must explain your point, and textual evidence. Textual evidence ni adalah events yang kita cerita tadi lah. Okay, so make sure you pick the one that is the most suitable according to the question. Soalan mana yang keluar, kamu pilih yang sesuai saja. Okay, next one, personal response. Okay, personal response ni, we have character focus and life application. Character focus ni contoh kamu bagi pendapat tentang the friendship of Cecil and JJ. Okay, you can talk that they are good friends because they are always with each other through thick and thin. Okay, that means even though they're having a hard time, they are always there for each other. Itu contoh character focus. Kalau life application pula, maksudnya kamu bagi pendapat macam mana nak apply this event in your own life. Okay, for example, you will say, I should be brave in, you presenting in the class, for example. I should be brave in giving my ideas during online class. Okay, itu contoh. You put yourself in the novel, in the event as well. Okay, next we are going to the sample question. Okay, kita akan tengok soalan. Kita cuba bedah dia, apa keywords and what is example of points that you can use. Okay, first of all, some of you might already do this, okay, but then we are going to read again and then kita akan tengok keywords. Okay, so with close reference to the text, describe an important decision made by a character and how it changed his or her life. So, what happens during exam, kamu dapat je soalan, what to do is you must identify the keyword. Apa yang soalan nak? Okay, contohnya over here, there are 3 keywords that you need to remember. Okay, so the 3 keywords is an important decision. Okay, bila dia kata an important decision, keputusan penting, maksudnya make sure jawapan kamu letak satu saja. Okay, jangan letak sampai keputusan penting sampai 2-3, tak boleh. Okay, the question asks only one, then you put only one. Okay, next one, they say made by a character. Okay, so that means there's only one character. Don't talk about more than one character. And then the next one, how it changed his or her life. Okay, macam ni dia ubah hidup karakter ini. Dekat sini, then you can talk about many events. Okay, but the character is only one. Every question is very unique. Okay, dia akan minta 1 atau 2. Okay, it depends on what the question says. So make sure you read the question carefully. Okay, so example. Okay, yang untuk soalan tadi, okay, karakter yang kamu boleh pilih contohnya Newton Newman. Okay, itu adalah untuk keyword pertama. Okay, an important decision. Contohnya, you can talk about he wears a costume. Okay, he wears costume and becomes Captain Nobody. Okay, so kat sini kamu nampak tak? Saya letak tentang satu keputusan saja, which is he wears costume, okay, and becomes Captain Nobody. Okay, saya tak cakap sampai 2-3 keputusan because the question only ask one. So jangan bagi lebih. Okay, next one adalah it talks about how the decision, okay, change his life. Dekat sini barulah kita boleh letak lebih daripada satu events. Okay, sebab dia tak ada tak ada cakap kena bagi satu saja cara how it change his life. So contohnya, by becoming Captain Nobody, he managed to overcome his acrophobia. Okay, acrophobia ni, I think you guys remember, is a fear of height, takut tinggi. Okay, but when he make a decision to become Captain Nobody, he overcomes his acrophobia. And then contoh yang kedua adalah you can talk about he gathered his courage to tell the truth to Reggie Ratner. Okay, so dia kumpulkan keberanian to tell the truth to Reggie Ratner. So this is example for event number 2. Okay, and then yang ketiga, you can talk about he was a timid boy, but he managed to talk to the owner about the spelling mistake. Okay, so kamu nampak sini dia menjawab soalan sebab ada sesuatu yang berubah dalam hidup dia. Okay, untuk event pertama adalah dia takut. Okay, but then dia takut tinggi, but he managed to overcome his acrophobia. Ada perubahan kat situ. Number 2, okay, he was only 10 years old, but then he gathered his courage, menjadi lebih berani. So ada perubahan juga dekat event sini. Okay, and then number 3, he was a timid boy, but then he talked to the store owner. So it also changed his life in that way. Okay, that is for sample for question number 1. Okay, so we talks about the next question. Okay, example. Okay, this is question from last year, SPM 2019. Okay, can I get one student to read the question here? Ada tak? Can I get one?
Saya teacher, saya.
Okay, go Fiza. Can you read the question?
In the novel that you have read, choose one character that you dislike. With close reference to the text, give reasons why you dislike him or her.
Okay, thank you so much Fiza. Okay, so over here. Okay, tadi kita macam mengagung-agungkan Captain Nobody. We talks about dia ni sangat baik, dia jadi berani. And then suddenly, what happened if in exam, they want you to talk about the character negatively. Dah, nervous dah. Teacher tak pernah ajar pun macam ni. Macam mana nak jawab? Okay, don't worry. Okay, relax. Okay, everything dalam dunia ni kita boleh cakap positively and then negatively. Okay, contohnya English teachers in this school, semuanya kind and beautiful kan? So you can talk about English teachers in SMK PG3 are very kind and beautiful. Okay, I like to learn in this school. But then we can also talk about it negatively. Contohnya, you say about English teachers in SMK PG3 is too beautiful. I cannot focus. Everyone look like Mira Fiza. Pun boleh jadi. Boleh jadi positif cara kita tengok dan cara kita tengok boleh jadi negative. So don't worry. For this question, we can also use the same event. Cuma cara kita fikir je, kita ubah sikit. Kita jadi transformer. Okay, so kita analyse dulu this question. Okay, first of all, what you need to do is one character that you dislike. Okay, so bila dia kata one character, tak boleh cakap lebih only one. Jangan tulis beberapa character. Okay, and then dia kata you dislike. That's mean you must talk about this character negatively. Dislike ni maksudnya kamu tak suka. Okay, and then the next one, reasons why you dislike him or her. Okay, untuk soalan ni, we need to only talk about one character, But then tak ada masalah kalau kita nak cakap lebih daripada satu event. Sebab dia tak cakap pun kena cakap pasal satu event. Yang dia cakap tentang satu karakter sahaja. Okay, so for example, a character that you can choose will be Captain Nobody. Okay, an example of points that you can use would be, okay, number 1, he is too helpful as he forces himself to face his fear of height in order to help Cecil. Okay, tadi kita cakap he is helpful to help Cecil. Boleh jadi juga kita tulis perkataan to. Okay, bila tambah perkataan to ni, points tu boleh jadi negatif. Okay, dia ni terlalu baik. Okay, dalam hidup ni kita tak boleh jadi terlalu baik juga. Okay, until he forces himself. Dia paksa diri. Okay, so over here, then you can say that is point number 1, why you dislike Captain Nobody. Okay, number 2, you can talk about the aeroplane landing. Okay, tadi kita cakap tentang the responsible. Okay, event yang sama ni kita boleh cakap secara negatif. Okay, which is he is too selfish as he do not care about the safety of others when he perishes the ferret. Okay, so imagine highway, people are driving so fast. Okay, tiba-tiba je ada budak tahan. Okay, so that's mean the cars need to do emergency brake. Okay, kalau siapa yang tak sempat, there might be an accident. So over here, we can talk about Captain Nobody. He is too selfish, terlalu pentingkan diri. Okay, he do not care about the safety of others, especially on the road. Okay, the next one, he is too courageous and like to show off that he is a hero to save Reggie Radner. Tadi the event Reggie, kita cakap dia ni adalah seorang yang berani. Okay, nak cakap kebenaran. But then in the same event, you can also say, oh dia ni sebenarnya macam nak belagak je. Okay, he is too courageous, terlalu berani. Okay, because he can wait for fighter for example to save Reggie, but then he decided to climb. So the same event, you can see, you can talk about it positively, you can also talk about it negatively. Okay, so apa soalan yang keluar pun nanti, I believe you guys can do that. So jangan nervous, just think and calmly, and I believe you guys can do this during exam as well. Okay, let's talk about question number 3. Okay, this is from Trial Police 2017. Okay, describe an event which has taught you lessons about life. Okay, explain in details how the event teaches you the lesson. Okay, tadi dia cakap a character. Okay, but then in this question, it talks about an event. Bila an event, walaupun saya tahu kamu dah hafal seluruh novel dari 1 sampai 100 lebih. Okay, but then when the question say, ceritakan about only one event, kamu hanya pilih satu. Jangan tulis lebih. Okay, only one. Okay, the next one, lessons about life. Okay, pengajaran. Okay, maksudnya kamu boleh pilih satu event and write at least 2 to 3 lessons that you learn from that event. Okay, the next one, details. Okay, details ni maksudnya kamu kena terangkan, okay, how the event teaches you the lesson. Okay, so kat sini, dekat soalan ni, if you can see, dia tak ada cakap pun you need to talk about only one character. Then, in this question, you can talk about more than one character, but only one event, because it says here, an event. So make sure you guys see and read the questions carefully. All the keywords ni tolong highlightkan. Contohnya bila dia kata an event, terus tulis sini, satu event, jangan lebih. When they say a character, one character only. Okay? So, let's see. For example, the event that you choose is the big bass drum. Okay? Just now yang kamu cakap, Captain Nobody take the big bass drum for CC. Okay, and then after that, okay, lessons about life. Okay, you can write about, for example, we should help people who are in need. Okay, who are in need maksudnya orang yang perlukan pertolongan. Okay, dan ingat, in this question, kamu bukan hanya tulis pengajaran. That's not enough. Okay, they ask you to put details. Okay, secara detail. bahagian mana dalam event tu yang cakap tentang helping people. Then you need to focus on talking about Captain Nobody helps Cecil to take the big bass drum. Okay, example of lesson number 2. Okay, we need to overcome our fear. Okay, we need to overcome our fear tu adalah lesson kedua. Lesson kedua. Okay, details. Details untuk overcome our fear would be Captain Nobody overcomes his acrophobia to climb the dumpster. Okay, dia cuba atasi ketakutan dia. Okay, ketakutan terhadap tinggi to climb the dumpster. Okay, itu adalah lesson kedua. Okay, lesson ketiga, we need to be a good friend and support our friend. Okay, we need to be a good friend, a supportive friend. Okay, contoh kat sini, kamu boleh letak pasal Captain Nobody support Cecil's dream to be a drummer, or kamu boleh tulis tentang Cecil. Okay, Cecil gives encouragement to CN to climb up the dumpster. Sebab soalan tadi dia cakap pastikan talk about only one event. Tapi tak ada masalah kalau kamu nak cakap tentang lebih daripada satu karakter. So make sure you read the questions carefully and underline all the keywords. Okay, dia minta satu event ke, dia minta satu karakter ke. Okay, lessons. Bila dia kata lessons maksudnya more than one lesson. Okay, contohnya 3. Kalau dia minta lesson, tak ada S kat ujung. So maksudnya letak only satu pengajaran. So every single thing dalam soalan tu sangat-sangat penting. Okay, kat sini kita ada sample of body paragraph. Okay, contoh untuk bahagian isi. Okay, can I have another students to read this sample body paragraph? Siapa yang baca ni saya doakan English dia dapat A+. Cepat. Siapa nak baca? Saya doakan.
Amin.
Amin. Baca cepat. Okay, lastly this event. Doa cikgu ni makbul. Malam-malam Jumaat lagi.
Can I read?
Yes, you can read. Okay, calon A+ kita. Silakan.
Lastly, this event also teach us that we need to support our friends. We must love our friends by helping them when they are in need. Newt, who always help his friends, showed this when he helped Cecil to bring down the big bass drum to fulfill Cecil's request. In my opinion, supporting our friend in life is a good deed, as true friends will always be with us through thick or thin.
Alright, thank you so much. Sir Shawa, saya rasa macam David Beckham baca tadi, punya accent dia kan cakap London. Okay, so kat sini, pastikan bila kamu buat body paragraph, macam tips kita tadi, okay, nampak macam perenggan ni pendek kan? Tapi actually it answers the question sebab dia ada 3 komponen. Okay, let's see. Contohnya, lastly, this event teaches us that we need to support our friends. Okay, ni salah typo ya. Manusia biasa buat kesilapan. Okay, so over here dia cakap tentang lesson. Okay, and lesson of only one event. So kita dah menjawab soalan kat situ. The next one, details. Okay, don't forget yang kamu kena letak details juga. Newt, who always help his friend, okay, helps to bring down the big bass drum to fulfill Cecil's request. So detail pun kita mesti letak dalam body paragraph tu. And then lastly, personal response. Okay, pendapat. Jangan lupa letak pendapat kita. Okay. So in my opinion, supporting our friend is a good deed. Okay, jadilah kawan yang baik. Saya tahu lepas je baca novel ni semua. Tiba-tiba saya dapat call. Okay. Students ni SMK Pasir Gudang 3 jadi kawan-kawan yang baik. Okay. There is no fighting at all. Okay, because you learn about Captain Nobody, Cecil and JJ. Okay, this is example of ways macam mana nak buat isi, okay, untuk Captain Nobody's novel, question 33. Okay, so next we are going to poems. Okay, but then I want to give you 1 minute, okay, before we go to poems. If you have any question, okay, 1 minute if you have any questions about novel.
Teacher nak tanya boleh?
Sure, you can.
Teacher, kalau macam ada jenis soalan yang dikata Can you give an event which you want to change? Tu macam mana nak jawab, teacher?
Okay, the events which you want to change. Okay, so first of all, you must choose the events, okay? And then you tell them, okay, why do you want to change a part of the event, okay? So for example, if just now we talk about beat bass drum, okay? So maybe you want to change about the part Captain Nobody should ask other people, okay, rather than risking his life, okay? So even though you are not changing the whole event, okay, part of the event saja, then it's okay. But then remember to give your reasoning. Why do you want to change that part? Okay, why is the original plot, the original content of the event is not good for the character, for example. Okay, is that clear? Aurora Sakamaki.
Yeah, yes, teacher, it's good. But do we have to if we pick an event, do we have to write the event? Do we have to write the event back or just proceed to change the event?
Okay, Teacher Shoba, you want to answer that?
Okay, can we go back to the event and not the cobras? We just go through for a while. You all
Okay,
have to be creative when answering this. Okay, let's say the first event, see, what is that? Costume, right? Costume, okay. What do you want to change in this event? Okay, costume, what do you know about costume here, Sarah?
They changed. JJ and Cecil changed. Dia buat lah baju untuk Captain Nobody tu daripada baju abang dia.
If you want to change, what you want to change?
I don't know because I never picked the event.
You have to be creative. You said that I would change that. I would suggest that what Captain Nobody ataupun Newman did not attend the Halloween at all. Okay, then why you don't want him to attend the Halloween? Okay, then you go on. Because after he attended the Halloween, not spend time with his brother, and then he was used in so many other events after that. Okay, big bass drum and then robbery. He had to go through all these challenges. So if let's say he did not attend he made the decision that he did not want to attend the Halloween, all these things wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean or not?
Yes, teacher.
So you have to be creative. Okay, let's say saving Reggie Ratna. Okay, what you want to change in saving Reggie Ratna? Siapa yang lain-lain nak jawab tak? Cuba tukarkan, awak jadi pengarah cerita ni sekarang. Kalau saving Reggie Ratna tu apa yang you nak tukar dekat situ?
Teacher, tukar lebih baik ke tukar lebih buruk?
Anything. This is kebat.
Anything.
It's up
Okay.
to you. It's
So
up
if
to you.
Reggie
Maybe
dies,
I will wait. I will see whether he'll jump down or not from the water tower.
he dies.
I will see because he hurt my brother. Okay, he hurt his brother. So I will not climb up the water tower to save him. Something like that. Okay, aeroplane. What you want to change in the aeroplane?
Kritika answer in chat box. CN should call police for the help.
Okay, I would change that.
Yes.
Give reason why you should call the police. You should call the enforcement authorities. Why? Because it is very dangerous. Okay, for everyone, for him to do that. It does not will hurt him alone, but then it will hurt a lot of other people. But it was coincident that nothing happened. So if I want to change one event, I would change the event where Newman or Captain Nobody saved the aeroplane. Okay, so you have to be very creative. Okay, robbery. What will you want to change in the robbery event? Cuba semua berfikir sekarang. Buka minda awak jadi pengarah cerita ni sekarang. Robbery event, what happened? The first thing that happened is they saw the spelling mistake, right? Necklace, right? In front of the Sullivan shop, the jewelry shop. Okay, and then siapa yang suruh masuk to change to correct the spelling? Who asked to go in and change the spelling? JJ. Right? JJ asked to go in and change the spelling. Okay, then when he go in, coincidentally, robbery was going on. So if you want to change this event, what will you do? You jadi pengarah cerita ni sekarang. Okay, cuba you berfikir sekarang.
I see Shafiq unmute just now. You want to say something?
Teacher,
Yes.
kalau saya cakap robbery tu dia cederakan orang kat dalam tu macam mana? Boleh tak? Macam
Okay,
lain.
you want to say that the robber hurt the people inside the jewellery shop.
Yes.
Okay, then what happened after that?
Lepas tu ada yang cedera lah. Lepas
Okay,
tu
then
ada
cedera,
orang
what
call
happened? You mesti
call
habiskan cerita tu.
ambulance.
Mesti habiskan cerita.
And then Captain Nobody datang.
Memang Captain Nobody masuk dalam tu.
Lupa pula.
Memang dia masuk dalam Captain Nobody lah. Kalau yang dia selamat-selamatkan ni semua Captain Nobody yang buat. Okay, yang takut-takut ni semua Newman. Okay, all the heroic action, all Captain Nobody. Captain Nobody. So the first thing, the costume part, Halloween. If he did not attack, he would learn how to be more confident by himself, but by not camouflaging himself with costume and other identity. Kalau dalam novel BM pun macam tu juga. Kalau you nak ubah pengakhiran cerita tu macam mana you nak ubah? Buat aja satu cerita yang you rasa macam very creative. Okay, contohnya heroin dia tak mati ke, ataupun you nak bunuhkan heroin dia ke, anything like that. Be creative. Okay, nanti kita akan bincang dalam group kelas masing-masing. Very good question, Sarah. Thank you for that question. Harap-harap you answer, okay? Over to you, Sania. Sorry.
It's okay. That's a good point. Thank you so much, Teacher Shoba. And then thank you so much for the question as well. Okay, so that is for Captain Nobody. Next, okay, remember section D, we also have the poems. Okay, so right now we are going to review about the poems. Okay. Alright, let's go. Okay, first of all, you guys remember, so we have 4 poems that you learn. Okay, in Form 4, Living Photograph, and then Charge of the Light Brigade. Okay, and then we have What Has Happened to Lulu, and then Poison Tree. Okay, so make sure you remember all the main points in this poems. Okay, for example, Living Photograph is about who? Okay, who can tell me? Yeah, I give you 5 seconds. Living Photograph, is it about your sister, your brother, your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather? Who is it about?
Grandmother.
Okay, so white hand and a black hand, it's about grandmother. Okay, all right, good. Okay, next one, Charge of the Light Brigades. Okay, Charge of the Light Brigade is a bit different theme from Living Photograph. Okay, it talks about soldiers, it talks about war. Okay, next one, What Has Happened to Lulu? Okay, about a missing girl. Okay, the last one, Poison Tree. Okay, Poison Tree, if you see this picture, okay, what is the feeling that they are talking about dalam poem ni? Feeling apa? Yes, okay, it's about wrath, it's about feeling of anger. Okay, so, okay, which question in paper 2? Okay, kalau tadi novel adalah question 33, okay, kalau poems adalah question 32. Okay, tadi novel we got 50 marks. What about poems? How many marks for poems? Anyone?
20 marks.
10.
20 marks. Okay, 20 divided by 4 berapa? Kita bagi math sikit. 20 divided by 4. Berapa? Cepat-cepat. Jangan guna calculator.
5.
5. So, okay, 5 marks. Okay, untuk poems you got 5 marks. Okay, ini adalah subjective question. Okay, so this is SPM analysis 2016 dah keluar Lulu. 2017 Poison Tree. 2018 Charge of the Light Brigade. 2019 Living Photograph. 2020 tak tahu. Anyone can coming up in your exam. Okay, so first of all, okay, the tips for question 32. Okay, same thing macam tadi. When you read the questions carefully and then understand the keywords given. Okay, answer all the question based on the poems. Okay, jangan pula soalan tentang Lulu kamu jawab jawapan berdasarkan Charge of the Light Brigade, tak sesuai. Okay, and then if they ask for your own opinion, don't forget to give your ideas. Okay, so this is the types of question. contoh soalan. Okay, yang ni kalau siapa nak screenshot pun boleh. Okay, types of question dia boleh jadi dia tanya tentang who. Okay, who adalah siapa. So make sure your answer must be person, people or group, tentang orang saja. Okay, don't talk about apple ke apa, itu bukan who, itu bukan siapa. Next one, where. So where, that's mean make sure you write about place. Okay, the next one, why. So you must say the reason, and remember kalau soalan tanya reason, bagi satu reason. If they talk about reasons, then you have to write more than one. Next one, what. Okay, bila what tu dia boleh jadi anything. Okay, they may ask you to answer in terms of names, boleh jadi objects, thing, incident ni peristiwa, okay, events ataupun nouns, kata nama. Okay, boleh jadi juga they ask you about the word, the phrase or the line. Okay, mungkin dia tanya, okay, what is the meaning of line 2, stanza 1. Okay, so you have to give your own meaning. Okay, phrase. Phrase tu adalah frasa. So frasa ni boleh jadi more than one word. Okay, the next question will be opinion. Okay, they ask your opinion. So bila ask your opinion, make sure jangan ambil je line tu daripada poems. Kamu kena bagi idea sendiri. Okay, word and phrase reference. Okay, ni soalan agak popular juga. Sometimes they ask you to find what is the meaning of certain word or certain line yang ada dalam poems. Okay, the last one. Okay, we also got hot question. We got situation and scenario based. Okay, apa maksud situation scenario ni? Okay, kumpulan scenario ke? Bukan. Okay, scenario based ni maksudnya they give you a situation. Dia akan cuba kamu bayangkan. Imagine you are the soldiers in a war. Macam tu. So dia suruh kamu bayangkan and they want to hear your opinions about it. Okay, so we go to living photographers. Okay, for example, they talks about who is the persona. Okay, in the poem. Persona. Okay, persona ni bukannya kita persona bukan. Okay, persona ni adalah the character that talks about the poems. Okay, mungkin dia tanya tentang who does she refer to in stanza 3. So kamu tengoklah dalam perenggan ketiga. Okay, and then who went to the awful place. So remember bila cakap who, pastikan kamu letak siapa. So example would be persona in your poems would be grandchild. Sebab apa grandchild? It talks about grandmother. Okay, bila nenek yang bercakap tentang mensilah grandchild, cucu dia. Nak tulis granddaughter pun boleh, grandson pun boleh, no problem. Okay, so who went to the awful place? Okay, who died in this poem would be the grandmother. So ini adalah contoh soalan untuk where. Where did the grandmothers go? Okay, kat mana dia pergi? So kamu boleh letak, ini adalah ayat yang kamu ambil daripada poems. Okay, so next one, kita selain daripada soalan where adalah they might ask you about why. Okay, so why was the small grandmother looks tall in the photograph? Okay, siapa boleh cuba jawab di sini? Okay, the grandmother, okay, is like small and hunched, but then in the photograph she looks really tall. Dia nampak sangat tinggi. Okay, why do you think is the reason? Okay, let's see. Okay, younger, Shawa said. Okay, younger. So when you are younger, for example, you are no longer hunched. Okay, so you nampak lebih tinggi. Okay, the next one in stanza 3. Why is the smile still living and breathing? Okay, ni ada spoiler sikit. Actually by the end of the poem, the grandmother died. Oh no, grandmother died. Okay, tapi soalan tanya, why is the smile still living? Okay, macam ni? Dah meninggal, tapi the smile is still living, masih hidup. So you talk about the memories, for example. Okay, so for example you say because she is alive in the person's memory although she has died. So boleh jadi dalam hidup kita, someone we love might no longer in our life, dah tak ada, tapi dia masih hidup dalam pemikiran kita. Dia masih hidup dalam memory kita. Okay, so yang soalan satu tadi, selain daripada he was not hunched, dia tak bongkok, he was younger, macam Syawal cakap tadi. Okay, next one, opinion. Okay, soalan boleh juga tanya tentang opinion. Okay, apa pendapat kamu? Okay, she went to the awful place grandmothers go. Okay, it talks about the awful place, dia cakap tentang kematian tu. Okay, awful kat sini adalah maksudnya tempat yang teruk. Okay, and they ask you, do you agree it is an awful place? Give a reason for your answer. So, kamu bagi pendapat. Okay, and then for example, they ask you the opinion. Do you think the persona misses her grandmother? Why? Okay, the next question yang dia boleh tanya tentang pendapat juga. How do you think the persona keep the memory of her dead grandmothers alive? Okay, semua nampak keyword soalan 1, 2, 3. Do you agree? Okay, agree tu pendapat. Okay, dia tanya setuju ke tak? So dia tanya pendapat kamu. Do you think? How do you think? So you give your own opinion. So as long as your own opinion is logic, then it will be given marks. Okay, contohnya, you might say yes, you might say no. Okay, for example, you can say no because that people will be rewarded by their good deeds when they were alive. Okay, do you think the persona misses her grandmother? Okay, yes, because she always looks at the photo of her grandmother. Okay, usually bila kita rindu seorang, we always keep their pictures. Okay, and how do you think the persona keep the memory of her dead grandmother alive? Okay, looking up the photograph. Ini contoh jawapan. Okay, but then all of you have your own answers. So as long as it answers the question, answers the keyword of the question, then you get mark for that. Okay, so next one, what? Okay, what, for example, they can ask about what is the persona's grandmother's wearing. Okay, satu lagi perkataan popular digunakan adalah attire. A-T-T-I-R-E. Okay, attire pun sama juga, maksudnya adalah pakaian. So just look at the poems and then just copy down apa yang dia pakai. Okay, dan bila cakap what is the grandmother's wearing, okay, dia letak grey bun pula. Okay, grey bun tu adalah rambut. Kita tak pakai rambut, dia tumbuh kan. So we talk about the attire is what is the blouse, what kind of skirt the grandmother is wearing. Okay, what is the persona looking at will be the photograph. Okay, sometimes dia akan tanya soalan tentang word atau phrase. Okay, maksudnya dia akan tanya perkataan dalam poem ni and they ask you to explain. Okay, for example, in stanza 1, where does there suggest? Okay, my small grandmother is tall there. So there kat sini merujuk kepada kat mana? So you have to answer. Okay, in stanza 1, what does the word mine refer to? Okay, her big hands holds mine. So mine over here refer kepada tangan siapa. Okay, so for example, you can say the word there refer to photograph. Okay, contohnya, mungkin ada tanya, teacher kalau saya letak photograph saja boleh tak? Okay, no problem. As long as you have the main points for the keywords of the question, then you get 1 mark for that. Okay, and then what does the word mine mean? Okay, the persona's hand. Sebab kat sini dia cakap her big hands. So tangan dia pegang tangan siapa? Mestilah tangan saya. But dia letak tangan saya. Okay, persona. Okay, because the persona is the one talking about the poems. Okay, macam tadi kita cakap ada juga boleh jadi soalan bentuk senario. Okay, senario tu maksudnya they give you situation and they want you to give your answer. For example, some of our loved ones have died. How do we keep their memories alive? Okay, cuba bagi suggestion sikit. Okay, sometimes in our life, our loved ones, people that we love, okay, have died. But how do we keep our memories alive? What can we do? Okay, who can tell me? Okay, even though some people in our life might already be dead, okay, we can always remember them. Okay, what can you do to always keep their belongings? Okay, Shawa says. Okay, thank you, Shawa. Yes, we can keep their belongings. Okay, their books. Okay, their shirts and everything. Okay, so that we always remember their memories. Okay, ada lagi tak? How can we keep our memories with our loved ones, even though they already passed away? Anything else? Okay, it's okay. Alright, so just now, Shawa say keep their belongings. Tapi itu baru satu. Okay, but then the question says 2 ways. So make sure you put 2 ways. Okay, dan satu lagi, bila dia kata 2 ways, okay, jangan bagi jawapan yang sama. Contohnya, kamu cakap, we should keep their belongings. Okay, yang kedua kamu cakap, we should keep their attire, their shirt, their clothes. Okay, so dua tu berkaitan. Itu bukan dua cara. So you have to give another one, a different one. Okay, kalau kamu buat dua jawapan yang hampir sama, you will get only 1 mark. Sedangkan markah untuk soalan ni adalah 2. Okay, so next one, your old grandmother is dying. Okay, what would you do to make her last days memorable? Dia bagi another situation. Okay, for example, your old grandmother is dying. So what can you do? And then give your reason. Okay, so example you can talk about this. Okay, so question number 1 tadi kan kita cakap suggest 2 ways. So pastikan the 2 ways mesti different. Keep their favourite things ataupun belonging macam Syawal cakap. So yang pertama dah cakap pasal things. Yang kedua, you must talk about different point. Okay, for example, talk fondly about them. Okay, cakap yang baik-baik. Kita always talk what are the good personality of them. Then you can keep your memories alive. Okay, so over here you talk about your grandmother is dying. What will you do to make her last days memorable? Okay, spend more time with her. Okay, tak perlu bagi duit ke apa. When you spend time with other people, okay, it can make other people happy. So ingat keyword kat sini dia tanya 1 way and a reason. So pastikan kamu letak satu cara dan bagikan sebab. Okay, this is example of questions, okay, for living photograph. Okay, next one, we go to charge of the light brigade. Okay, so charge of the light brigades, okay, for example, they might ask you about who gives order to the brigade in stanza 2. Or who made the blunder? Okay, who can tell me? Okay, the brigade ni maksudnya the soldiers. But then we give order. Order kat sini bukan order kat restoran tau. Okay, order bagi arahan. Okay, so siapa bagi arahan?
Komandan.
The commander.
Okay, the commander, the captain of the soldiers. Okay, good.
Commander.
Oh, semangat di situ. Okay, betul-betul commander. Okay, so make sure bila dia tanya who, siapa, cakap pasal orang. Who made the blunder? Blunder? Ni blender ke yang kita kat dapur tu? What is blunder? Do you know what is blunder? Okay, blunder means a mistake. Okay, there's someone who make mistake, okay, in these poems. Okay, so those who made the mistake is also the commander. Okay, thank you ZRRN. Okay, next one. Okay, where? Okay, where were the soldiers going? Where were the cannons? Okay, refer kepada place. Make sure kamu cakap tentang tempat. Okay, for example, the soldiers were going into a war, into a battle. Okay, anything kamu boleh tulis. Okay, and then next one, where were the cannons? Okay, cannons ni maksudnya meriam. Okay, meriam ni boleh kita jumpa kat mana? To the left, to the right, to the front of the soldiers. Okay, so they are being attacked from every directions. Okay, ini adalah tempat. Okay, bila dia cakap tempat, where, baru kamu nampak sini. Into the battle. Okay, tempat peperangan. Left, right, front, ada direction. Dia refer kepada tempat. Okay, why? Why do the soldiers not to make reply and not to reason why? Okay, soldiers kat sini, dia bagi arahan dia tak ada cakap. Tak nak dengar lah, boleh tak komander ni bagi arahan dia? Tak ada. Soldiers ni always say yes. Okay, they always execute the order. They always obey the order. So kamu cakap tentang kenapa soldiers ni do not make any reply. So for example, they have to follow order without questioning. Okay, they have to do and die. Contohnya macam kamu lah, semua cikgu suruh buat homework, masuk kelas, biasa masuk kelas kan? Tak? Ya? Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay, ini soalan mudah lah. Okay, nampak macam ni pun kamu kata, kacang lah teacher, boleh jawab punya. Okay, what is the name of the brigade? Okay, nama light brigade. Okay, soldiers riding. Okay, they are using horses, kuda. What weapons were the enemy using? Okay, actually kat sini pun saya agak salah juga sebab weapons senjata ada S. So actually sepatutnya saya kena bagi lebih daripada satu. For example, cannons and guns, rifles, okay, letak lebih daripada satu bila soalan tu minta. Okay, what was the blunder? Okay, blunder adalah a wrong command. Okay, ataupun tadi ZRRN cakap mistake. Okay, mistake in the command. Salah bagi arahan. Mistake in the order pun boleh. No problem. Okay, boleh jadi soalan boleh keluar bentuk word or phrase reference. Okay, contohnya in stanza 2, which word shows that the command was a mistake? Okay, tadi dia tanya tentang apa maksud blunder. Okay, boleh jadi dia tanya which word. Dia jadi soalan tu terbalik. Dia suruh kamu cari. Dia bagi meanings and they ask you to find words. And remember when the question say which word, satu perkataan. Bila satu perkataan, then you only take one word. Okay, jangan tulis line tu, someone had blundered, sebab dia tanya satu perkataan saja. Next one. In stanza 2, which line tells you the soldiers were not scared? Which line? Bila dia tanya line, then you take the whole line. Okay, boleh jadi kamu tulis the whole line, okay, not though the soldiers knew, ataupun kamu boleh cakap stanza 2 line 3. Okay, no problem, pun boleh buat macam tu. Okay, so next one, we got opinions. Okay, bila opinions kamu bagi pendapat. Okay, for example, what happened to all the soldiers? Okay, they were all died. Okay, they were killed. Okay, they were ambushed. Okay, the weapons are from every direction. So kamu boleh cakap apa pendapat kamu? What happened to them by the end of the war? Okay, if you were a soldier, would you follow a command which is a blunder? Yang ni dia tanya pendapat kamu. Okay, sekarang ni semua kamu adalah pelajar, but then they give you situation. What if you were soldiers? Okay, so actually there are a lot of questions. Okay, and this question, lama teacher, laju sangat. Saya tak sempat baca. Okay, no problem. Okay, saya akan review saja. This question, saya akan bagi slides and also the documents to your English teacher, and then your English teacher will give to your class group lah. Okay, so ini soalan-soalan sport. Okay, saya doakan at least 80% akan masuk dalam SPM hari ini. Amin. Amin sikit.
Amin.
Amin.
Okay.
Amin.
Alright.
Amin.
Okay, so we got.
Amin.
Okay. So for poems, I believe that you already do revision with your teachers. Okay. Over here is all the example questions. So don't worry. Okay. We got 1 minute left, but then I'll give you the documents. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask me or your English teacher. Okay. So is everything clear so far? Okay, we covered 2 things. Okay, we got poems and novel. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Okay, I did buat macam ni. Okay, apakah soalan itu?
I have a question.
Okay, yes, Cici Shoba.
The word change just now. Jangan confuse kalau ada keluar soalan tentang change tadi. Dia ada 2 jenis soalan yang boleh keluar. Satu ialah what event, awak dengar what event change Newton's life. One event that changed Newton's life. One event yang change. Tapi yang Sarah tanya tadi, what event you would like to change? Nampak tak beza dia? Bila awak dapat soalan-soalan macam ni, mesti kena fahamkan dulu soalan dia. Jangan nanti awak excited bila keluar masa exam ada perkataan change saja, awak kata, oh masa webinar teacher SANIAH hari tu dah keluar change, so you buat cepat-cepat. Jangan keliru. Do you understand apa teacher cakap? Kila type Kila, one event that changed Newton's life. Okay, itu satu one event. Kila type tak?
She's typing.
Unmute Kila so I can hear. event that change human's life? Satu. Yang kedua ialah what event you would like to change? Ada dua maksud yang berbeza. Jangan salah jangan terkeluar tajuk. Nanti yang what event you would like to change tu, nanti kami akan bagi sample answer. Nanti we come up with a sample answer. Kalau teacher rasa the event masa breakfast, the parents should be more responsible, should be more loving, should be more so that all these things won't happen. Yang ni, teacher nak dengar respon dalam I want to read respon. Faham tak perbezaan antara number 1 dan number 2 ni? Dalam chat box. Okay, nanti kita akan bincang balik dalam kelas. Do you understand or not? Or masih keliru? Okay, understand so jangan keliru Okay, SANIAH, sorry SANIAH. Just the thing came to me just now, tak keliru pula nanti. Kan they change and change. One event that yang Sarah punya soalan belum pernah keluar lagi rasanya. Okay.
Okay, alright. So that's it for today. So remember just now we talk about Captain Abadi, we talk about poem. Okay, Captain Abadi sometimes it has tricky question. Okay, read carefully. Okay, and inshallah you guys will be able to answer it. Paper 2. Okay, really you get a lot high marks for that. Okay, and from us English Planners, thank you for joining today's webinar. Don't forget, tomorrow we have another 2 webinar, okay, for your favorite paper, okay, paper 1. Favorite paper tu, okay. So, paper 1 will be tomorrow at 2, okay, with the most awesome and beautiful, gorgeous teacher Akila. And then at night, we have continuous writing with teacher Shoba and once again with me. Okay. Okay, any question everyone?
No.
Okay, no questions.
No.
Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining today's
Bye,
class.
teacher. Thank you for
Okay,
today.
thank you teacher
Bye.
SANIAH.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Next time.